Happy Wednesday. It's the Jam Nation podcast with Jonesy and Amanda.
Oh, one of our favourites, Kitty Flanagan, joins us. Fisk Season 2 starts tonight. Kitty said she wrote this series, didn't know whether anyone would like it. Well, it's been award-winning and it's coming back tonight.
The budget was handed down last night, and who best to break it down
Me.
than you and me?
No, we get Effie Zahos, who's a financial guru, to help us pick our way through that.
Spencer Tunick's back in town. He's got his camera. He just wants you to nude up for him.
He's an artist, Brendan. You make it sound creepy.
Why is, if I go and say, okay, everyone nude up, I'm going to take pictures of you, I'm in the police lockup. Why is that?
Well, Bono has revealed an incredible Bombshell family secret. You have revealed yours. We got some incredible calls. It's amazing.
Down to the Jonesy and Amanda Arms for the pub test. Covering up tattoos for golf. Does that pass the pub test?
So much.
Enjoy our podcast.
Everybody online.
Right now, by the miracle of recording, we had so many requests for them to do it again.
Mistress Amanda.
Miss Keller. Amanda.
Doesn't work alone.
Wow, this is fantastic.
Her friend is in a back room making the tools of the trade.
I've heard them describe him as a drunken idiot.
Sorry, I've been drinking beer.
The legendary pirate Jonesy and Amanda the actress.
Hello, Wiggles. Congratulations, Mandy. We're on the radio right now.
Jonesy and Amanda, you're doing a great job.
You have no empathy for anyone but yourself, you giant tool.
Now's the time to hear good radio.
Sorry, a bit of a tongue twist there.
But you're an idiot.
Jonesy and Amanda are here.
It's showtime, a-holes. We're on the air.
Well, hello, Amanda. How are you today? Look at the sun. Look at the blue sky.
It's going to be, if you don't mind me hogging some weather information, 27 degrees today. We have blue sky. I know there's still flooding in many areas of New South Wales and other parts of the country, but for people who haven't seen the sun for some time, that's something to celebrate.
Water's brown.
Is it?
It's out in the surf
You've
yesterday.
got to be
It's
careful
brown.
because there'd be muck everywhere.
There's
You're
muck.
finding muck. Do you wear earplugs?
Yeah. Blue tack.
Because it's not good for you to have all that, to have that mucky water go in your orifices.
No. So I keep all my orifices closed.
You gave it the orifice.
I keep it closed. And the sharks about. I saw a bull shark the other day. I told you that.
Yeah.
What about that young fella that was on his surf ski and he's paddling along and a shark went boom and chomped onto his surf ski?
Where was this?
That was just off around here.
North Ryde.
Yeah, North Ryde.
That's at Office Works.
At Office Works. A lot of sharks hang at Office Works. Yeah.
Wow.
And he wasn't injured, but gee, what a shock.
Yeah, it would be shocking.
It was interesting in the news story, though. I will ask this question of you. Well, I'll let Pete. Pete said this phrase in the news after the young man had done his story. He told his tale.
Lucky. The teenager who's been left shaken but not hurt says he's now thinking about buying a lottery ticket.
My question to you, has anyone in life ever had a life-threatening event, bought a lottery ticket and won?
Oh.
Because you hear that a lot. You better buy a lottery ticket, mate. But does anyone do it? You could have anything. Almost munched by a shark, almost cleaned up by a truck. And then you go, you know what, I'm straight down to the newsagent. I'm going to buy a lottery ticket.
And has it ever paid off? Actually, if it's happened to you, please call us.
I'd love to hear that. Does that happen?
13 WSFM, we'd like to know. I find it an interesting construct because you went out and didn't get your board chomped. You didn't have a scary experience. Why didn't you buy a lottery ticket? We always think that people who have a near miss, people who break an arm and a leg but didn't get a head injury, are so lucky. Lucky are the people that weren't in an injury that day, in an accident that day. Maybe that's how lotteries should advertise themselves. You got through the day, buy a lottery ticket.
Yeah, because we're all lucky. You're not dead. You got yourself a lottery ticket.
But you make a good point. All right, if you have had a near miss of some kind, you think, phew, my lucky day. You often think, my lucky day, I'll buy a lottery ticket. Mm-hmm. Has it ever paid off?
You're walking down the street,
Find a four-left clover, lucky day, I'll buy a lottery ticket.
Well, yeah, but that's different. That's not a near-death experience.
No, but it doesn't have to be near-death. It's the same thing.
No, it's got to be near-death. I'm thinking you're walking down the street, grand piano goes, pong, and falls where you were 2 seconds ago. And then the guy that drops the grand piano says, mate, you better go and get a lottery ticket. Do you go and get the lottery ticket? Second to that, have you won on it?
I think it's the same thing, though, that few, or good luck, I better capitalise on this, buy a lottery ticket. Do the lottery gods know the context in which you've bought the ticket?
I don't know.
I don't know either, Brendan.
I think you've muddied
bigger
the waters.
Than the both of
You've
us.
muddied the waters.
Do you think?
Like the rains have muddied the waters.
Really?
Yeah, it's got to be a life-threatening event. You've bought a lottery ticket. Firstly, did you buy a lottery ticket? Secondly, did it pay dividends? We'll ponder that throughout the show today.
And
That's something
thirdly,
to do.
you know, if you owned that piano, you're not very lucky.
No, not at all. Then again, if you're Richard Clayderman,
Well, the world's lucky if the piano broke.
oh, poor Richard Clayderman. The Richard Clayderman army are going off.
Oh, I can hear them from here.
Don't tick them off. Action-packed show today. Of course, we have $10,000 with the $10,000 question.
Do you want to start the Mag 7?
Of course we do.
Which two countries lay claim to the Pavlova?
Podcast.
We've got the magnificent seven questions. Can you go all the way and answer all 7 questions correctly? If you do that, Amanda will say,
Take a step back.
but it's about getting question 7 right. And Margaret of Bosley Park has joined us. Margaret also has an answer to our question. We started the show with this. A young man almost got munched by a big shark.
But he didn't get fully munched.
And then Peter Overton in the news said,
Lucky, lucky, lucky. The teenager who's been left shaken but not hurt says he's now thinking about buying a lottery ticket.
which gave me pause for thought. If you indeed have a life-threatening event,
Or a near miss.
or a near miss, shark, grand piano almost drops on you, do you instantly go to your lucky lottery office, buy a ticket? And if indeed have you done that, have you won? Margaret has got something for
Hi,
us.
Margaret.
Hello.
Has this happened to you?
No, it hasn't happened to me, but it was a story from a man somewhere here in Australia. I think it's Victoria. It was on the news. It was everywhere. About 15, 20 years ago. He had very serious heart problems, almost died, had major heart surgery, took a long time to recover. I think he had 2 heart attacks. When he actually did recover, he went and bought scratch tickets, and at that time you could either win money or a car. And he actually won the car. And his local news agency or whatever, the news people came and filmed him reenacting that. And he actually won $250,000 when he was reenacting the...
That's right, I saw that.
I remember the footage because we talked about this not so long ago.
Yeah, he was reenacting it.
So they're filming him and to win a car, and he goes, I've won the cash. And they go, what? You know, and he goes, I've won again. Unbelievable.
That's right.
I've forgotten that it started with him celebrating that he'd come out of some bad health.
Yeah. Well, thank
There
you,
you go.
Margaret.
Margaret, while you're here, I'm going to ask you these questions. Are you ready?
Certainly.
Which two countries lay claim to the Pavlova?
Australia and New Zealand.
Correct.
An EpiPen is a device used to treat what, Margaret?
Anaphylaxis.
Yeah.
Very good.
Yeah. Let's play Reverse It.
Put my thing down, flip it and reverse it.
We're playing a song backwards. What is it?
Ooh.
No, sorry, I don't know.
Sorry, Margaret.
Thanks for the story, Margaret.
Yeah.
13 WSFM is our number. Why don't you call us and play the Magnificent 7? Let's put it on the turntable and reverse again.
Hmm,
It's a bit demonic.
Her voice is similar.
The Magnificent 7. We're at question 3.
We're playing Reverse It.
Put my thing down, flip it and reverse it.
What song is being played backwards? When we reveal the title of the song, my former comments about reversing will make sense. Tom's in Coogee. Hello, Tom.
Hi, how's it going?
Very well, thank you. Do you know what the song is?
Yeah, it's Fast Car by Tracy Chapman.
It is. See, you can reverse it. I wasn't talking in tongues.
She's easily pleased in this song.
That's the point of the song.
Yes, I've got a fast car. That's pretty... My wife's not impressed in
Well,
any
why
way.
don't you grow up in a ghetto? That's the point of the story.
Yeah, sure.
Is
I
that
see
she
that.
wanted
She's easily
escape.
pleased.
She wanted escape.
Yeah. What, she wanted a Escape or a fast car? Like a Ford Escape? That's a car. Daniel Day-Lewis is famous for going extreme lengths to prepare for a role, Tom. Which of these is a fake example of his method acting?
Oh, so one of these is fake, the others are real.
A. When playing Abraham Lincoln in Lincoln, he made the crew call him Mr. President at all times. B. When playing Bill the Butcher in Gangs of New York, he caught pneumonia because he insisted on wearing period-specific clothing at all times. Or C. When playing Dracula in Dracula, he insisted on drinking the actual blood from a number of the cast members.
Which of those is fake?
Good grief. I think I'm going to have to go with C.
Yeah,
Yeah.
C is fake, which means that the crew had to call him Mr. President,
Yeah.
and he wore period-specific clothing. Oh,
And quite frankly, drinking other people's blood, you'd be a giant weirdo to
Wouldn't
do
you
that,
just?
wouldn't you? What a weirdo.
Question 5. Pride and Prejudice, Sense and Sensibility, and Emma are all novels by which English novelist, Tom?
Oh, a woman.
A woman?
It's a woman.
Can you narrow it down?
That's it. That's all I've got for you.
That's it, just a woman.
Oh, Tom.
It's a woman.
And Tom will be outraged we didn't give them the prize for that because he's correct.
Nikki's in Harris Park.
Hello, Nikki.
Good morning.
Well, we know it's a woman, but which English novelist wrote Pride and Prejudice, Sense and Sensibility, and Emma?
Jane Austen.
Jane Austen.
Who plays Helen Tudor Fisk in the ABC comedy Fisk? It's back on the telly tonight.
Kitty Flanagan.
She's on our show today. She's on our show. Please tell me she's
on our show today. Question 7. Well, we had our budget revealed overnight. Who's the Treasurer of Australia? Who revealed the budget?
Jim Chalmers.
Jim
There it is.
Chalmers.
Did you get any good out of that budget there, Nikki?
Well, I'm working on it, Jonesy. I'm working on it.
Oh, good. Okay. Congratulations, you've won the Jam Pack. It's all coming away. A high tea experience at Sofitel Sydney, Wentworth. A Mophie Tech Bundle. Mophie Wireless Charging offers safe and easy charging for your home, office, or even on the go. And Jonesy and Amanda Coach to choose for you to colour in. Add some standard pencils. Nikki, anything you would like to add?
I'd just like to say thanks very much, guys. You always make my morning fun.
Oh,
Thank you,
Nikki,
Nikki.
thank you.
It's nice.
Thank you.
Jonesy and Amanda.
Jam Nation.
Podcast.
Okay, we checked all 4 systems and keying with a go.
Well, here goes nothing.
Thumbing through the Almanac, our big book of musical facts. On this day in 2010, Boy George stunned an audience in London after reportedly flying into a rage and tossing his drink on a woman who was talking during his show.
Oh.
Were you at this show?
No, I'm not that. I don't do that.
Actually, that would be my wife. My wife will just talk through anything.
She talked through your speech at your book launch.
When I was doing my book launch, there's someone in the background, I've never heard of him. Who's this woman? That's your wife. Before emptying his glass on her from the stage, George was heard shouting, "Why don't you shut the F up, you rude C?"
Oh, who's rude now?
Who indeed? Did you know, just a sidebar to Boy George news, he's reportedly signed up for the upcoming series of I'm a Celebrity, which will return to Australia for the first time in 3 years following the COVID-19 pandemic. Remember that thing?
So this is for the English version?
Yeah. So the English version gets filmed in Australia. The Australian version gets filmed in South Africa.
Well, that's right. Because
Where does the South African version get filmed?
on the moon, because the English people come here and they see spiders and snakes and freak out. We go, oh yeah, there's a spider and
Don't
snake.
worry.
We need
Give
to
me
go.
a plate of them, I'll eat them.
Yeah, we need to go and see big scary African things like Chris
Out
Brown.
of all the reality shows, I just, I couldn't do it. I could do it for $1 million because rumour has it he's been paid $1 million to appear on the show.
You know who else is rumoured to be going into
That
the
would
English
make him
season?
the highest paid celebrity to date.
Really?
Yeah. So I'm not going to get on that show.
No, but the English one, you know who else is going in there, is rumoured the Queen's granddaughter, Zara, Queen Anne's daughter, her husband, rugby playing professional, ex-rugby professional.
Which one? What does he look like?
Mike Tyndall. He's got a big broken nose, big guy, big hands, looks a bit like Shrek.
Right, okay.
Him.
Okay, well, so
Apparently
look for Shrek.
He's going in.
So he'll be getting less than $1 million.
Yeah, and he'll eat anything.
Of course, he's a big unit. Anyway, where were we? Oh, back to this.
Jam Nation.
I had a lot of people rush up to me yesterday and say, is Amanda okay?
Me?
Yeah, people. Not you. People rushed up
But
to me.
why wouldn't I be okay?
Because what happened at 8:40 in the studio yesterday, and you were doing some material.
Yeah. Gold material.
Golden material. Then something happened. You started coughing.
Minecraft with his grandson.
Right, yeah.
And saying this.
I wish I knew how to quit you.
Are you all right? Jesus. You're like going to keel over. Oh, that's good. We'll put the microphone on for when you're drinking more. You've got red in the face. I'm going to have to come over. Hang on. Are you all right?
I've got a cold.
Have you got a cold?
Yes, Brendan.
Yeah, I was worried, but you got really red.
Yeah, I've got a cold. I've told you 10 times today. I'm not well.
Have you had COVID?
I have, actually.
Okay.
I don't have COVID. But you know what's interesting? At 8:40 every morning, I have a coughing fit.
It's true.
It is true. I've had a cold for a week
Mm-hmm.
or so and a sore throat, and it's just very annoying. And I seem to get all the way through the show because we have a meeting when we come in here. I'm talking non-stop from 5 in the morning.
What time's this meeting?
Well, you're not in it. But so I talk for hours in the morning, and then at 20 to 9, my voice says,
Is this
okay, you've
the
had
meeting
enough.
where you talk to all the ladies about what type of linen pants you're going to be wearing next weekend?
That's exactly... How demeaning.
That's what you guys
How do you
talk
think
about.
that is... Oh, look at this rundown. Look at all the work that goes into that. You're in that meeting. Don't say that girls just talk about clothes. Just because we have a lot of females in our very highly skilled production office. That's not right, Brendan.
I'll say this, though. At 8:40 every day, this seems to be a thing where you...
I think my voice runs out of gas.
And I've just been going through the tapes of the show, and you listen.
Did he?
Okay, what am I going to do here?
Give me your water.
Well, give me your water. Give me your water.
I'm back. I've got a bad throat. And so, excuse me,
This story about your dog. Pardon me.
No, I wouldn't. I'd be at the door.
From the park, heading home. Excuse me.
See what's happening? And you know what it is?
What?
Because you keep dicking around with the air conditioning in here.
Oh, don't
Stop dicking around.
start.
Ryan.
Yeah.
Do not touch, no matter how much Amanda berates you, because throughout the show, you're like, it's hot in here, it's cold in here, it's hot in here. It's cold. So, Ryan, do not touch the air conditioning.
This is what happens when you work with a female, Brendan, is that my core temperature is different to
It's
yours.
like I'm working next to the Lucas Heights reactor.
Because for many, many years, every office building in the world was based around the male temperature. And now women are allowed to work too. It's interesting, isn't it? And so the temperature doesn't suit us. And you agree, the temperature, the air conditioning in this building is weird.
Yeah.
1 minute it's boiling, next minute it's
For being
freezing.
a man, I don't whinge about it all the time. Ryan, do not touch the knob.
Oh, okay.
The air conditioning knob. You know, we could almost turn that into a podcast. Someone's putting that together as a podcast.
I think I might start a musical career and release it. I could be Lil Coffin.
A little coffin. We'll call it Far Cough.
Please, I'm happy for it.
Jonesy and Amanda.
Jam Nation. Podcast.
We've been doing this show for so long. I think we've seen Spencer Tunick come to town twice in the past. I think he comes every 10 years.
Interesting that for a man who asks for public nudity, his surname is an item of clothing.
Odd. Last time was 2010.
And so is his first name, is Spencer. My mother was obsessed with them when I grew up.
That's
Pop a
right.
Spencer on. It's a long sleeve singlet that you wear under your clothes.
And she wanted you to wear a slip as well, didn't she?
Yeah, a half slip. Yeah. And,
What's that
you know,
again? It's like a petticoat?
Yeah, it's like a half petticoat. You
Yeah.
know, what other kid wears a Spencer and a half petticoat? I may as well have been on Little House on the Prairie.
Is it because you were long in the fork?
No, that was different. That was when I had to buy slacks.
Yeah.
And I could never get a proper pair of slacks because I was long in the fork. And Mum would tell shop assistants, anyone who'd care to listen, that I was long in the fork.
No, not just shop assistants. People outside the shop.
Buying some grapes.
Yeah,
Man's long in the
She's
fork.
long in the fork. She's long in the fork. Anyway, Spencer Tunick is coming back to town. Petey reported this on his news.
Spencer Tunick's photography of mass nudity is usually about skin, skin and more skin. But his planned project for next month in Sydney is about skin cancer. The American, who used the Opera House as a backdrop in a 2010 visit, wants at least 2,000 naked people to gather at a still undisclosed beach in our city.
Just hoping that the people that are, posing do get their skin checked.
Tunick intends to get his own skin checked while he is here. Lucky.
Oh, Ryan.
Wasn't that from another story?
Yes, don't play with Petey, okay?
Skin and more skin.
Peter, what's he talking in threes?
Lucky.
Okay.
He's been taken over by the devil.
That's the last time I give you the controls, mate. I said you can have a little bit of a drive, but don't, Peter's sacrosanct to us.
So what happens with Spencer Tunick is he's a photographer and he gets people to, this time he's after 2,000. That's what he does. He says, come down and nude up.
Yep.
And people do it because it's an iconic art thing to do. The awkward moment would be, like for people, I know some people who went to the Opera House when they did that one, you have to leave your clothes in a locker or somewhere.
Yeah.
And then walk naked.
To the area.
And standing up would be one thing, but often you have to go into like a fetal position and you might have good hygiene, but other people may not.
I
It's
would
bumming
hope.
face again.
I would hope that your fellow artists, subjects, would be on top of that.
You'd like to think so, wouldn't you?
Yeah.
And I can see why people would do this. And what I like about it, as he says, it democratises the body, shapes, and he's talking about skin cancer actually. Doesn't matter what skin type you have, what colour your skin is, we're all prone to skin cancer. But also, it democratises the kind of shapes that you see naked. We don't see normal people naked in our popular culture.
Well, I don't want to see normal people naked.
Well, that's the problem, is pornography has stopped us seeing what actual people look like naked. We have young people have unreal expectations, and it causes a lot of body issues. So on that behalf, I celebrate this, but you wouldn't see me doing it.
What would you rather? Do that or eat at Karen's?
It's not the same thing.
Lucky.
Well, they haven't mentioned yet which beach it is. That information, he's remaining coy. When that information comes out, we will let you know.
And if I sit there and say, I'd like 2,000 people to come and strip off, I'm going to take pictures. I'm in the locker.
Aren't you just?
And I went to art school.
Yeah.
Jam Nation.
There's a couple of questions that I have to ask you.
I don't answer questions.
Just answer the question, okay?
What's in it for me?
$10,000 reward.
Each morning we have $10,000 up for grabs. It has been won 4 times this year alone.
Yeah, so there's 10 questions, there's 60 seconds. It doesn't matter how many people are involved. As long as someone gets to question 10, answers that correctly, they win $10,000.
Will that someone be Antoinette of Hitchinbrook?
Hi, Antoinette.
Good morning.
Good morning. You're first up, so no one's done it from position number 1, but you never know. You may be the first. 60 seconds, 10 questions. The minute you hesitate or you're wrong, you're out and someone takes your place. $10,000 on the line. Are you ready to start?
Yep, I'm ready.
Let's do it.
Good luck.
Question 1. Which country is Gorgonzola cheese from?
Italy.
Question 2. Who has just been sworn in as the new British Prime Minister?
Pass.
Jackie's in Campbelltown.
Who's been sworn in as the new British Prime Minister?
I'm sorry, pass.
Alan's in Helensburgh.
Who's been sworn in as the new British Prime Minister?
Sorry, I wasn't listening.
Scott's in Bligh Park.
Who's been sworn in as the new British Prime Minister?
Rishi Sunak.
Question 3. In which city did Ned Brockman begin his mega marathon?
Pass.
Brad's in Canterbury.
In which city did Ned Brockman begin his mega marathon?
Perth.
Question 4. What do you call a pack of lions?
Pass.
Maggie's in Lane Cove.
What do you call a pack of lions?
A pack.
Steve's in Leichhardt.
What do you call a pack of lions?
Pride.
Question 5. Basics to Brilliance is a book by which Australian cook?
Curtis Stone.
Not Curtis Stone, it's Donna Hay.
Donna Hay.
Hey, man. Well, there we go. Rishi Sunak brought people unstuck.
Oh, Rishi.
New British Prime Minister.
Yeah.
Until the next election, and then we'll see what happens.
Until next week at least. Well, it'll be back again. I thought we would have. And what about not paying attention? Come on, you got to pay attention.
Yeah, sorry, I wasn't listening. Someone said, sorry, I wasn't listening.
You rang us.
Jam Nation.
So, do you want to hear Bono's family bombshell?
No, I'm a personal friend of Bono, so.
Well, you've met him. I don't know if it makes you a personal friend.
We got him, made me coffee. That's got to be something, instant coffee.
Yeah, well, that's fair enough. Well, in June...
You sound a little bit jelly.
Let me tell you what's happened. In June, he revealed he had a secret half-brother who he loves and adores. These were his words. I do have another brother whom I love and adore that I didn't know I had, or maybe I did. My father was obviously going through a lot, but partly his head was elsewhere because his heart was elsewhere. So what's happened? He found out that this boy who he thought was his cousin was his half-brother. So his dad, Bob, had an affair with his mum's sister. His mum's name's Iris. Keep up, it's like an Arthur Murray dance chart.
Yep.
Bob married to Iris. Mm-hmm. Bob has an affair with Iris's sister, Barbara, who has this baby. So Bono said
to Bob, said to Iris.
Iris died suddenly when Bono was 14, unaware, apparently, of the relationship. And Bob, when he was diagnosed with cancer in 2000, told Bono that Scott, who he thought was his cousin...
Bon Scott.
...was actually his brother.
Wow.
And Bono said, I kind of knew it. He said, the truth is that Scott and I have always felt like brothers long before we knew we were. He said, I love Scott and his mother, Barbara. I must have known something was up. I must have held my father responsible for kind of making my mother unhappy in the way that kids pick things up. He said that he that he had a combative relationship with his father. I longed for attention from my father. Music was the thing that soothed his aching heart, his father's aching heart. It seems like a line from a country song, says Bono, but it was opera I'm talking about. That's what he was attracted to opera, and I suppose he had the voice, and that's what I got too. And this is a phrase that I'm sure he means he's talking a circuitous route to his music industry, but he said, it was never the route you expect.
No.
Which I think sums up this entire scenario.
Well, Bob knew what he was getting, didn't he?
So
He's
there
going
you
through
go.
stuff.
Yeah, so Bono discovers that his cousin is his brother.
Well, we always think of our good friend Davey Campbell. What about Dave? So he discovers his sister was his mum, his mum was his grandmother.
No. Yes.
And Jimmy Barnes was his dad.
All in one day?
Yep, hell of a day, as Dave has said many, many times. But that is extraordinary.
That's not an unusual scenario for many families of a certain generation. The baby was raised as your sibling, even though it was your baby. And often it's when you're going through funeral notices or this kind of thing. A friend of mine went to with her husband to his grandfather's funeral, and there's a whole other family there. That the grandfather, had a whole other family.
Yeah.
And it was in the next suburb. And in those days, you could do that.
You could do that
You could
easy.
get on the tram and start a new life a suburb away.
Yeah.
Have two lives going. How exhausting.
Well, when you look at it, just look at Star Wars. Come on.
What?
Well, what do you mean, what? Darth Vader, Luke Skywalker, I am your father.
Yeah.
Well, that's the biggest one of all, isn't it?
Yeah, yes.
He's conflicted. And then his dad chops his hand off.
Did he? I stopped watching after a while.
He chops his hand off and throws him into an abyss.
But let's talk about real life. Bombshell.
That's not real life.
Bombshell family secrets.
I am your father.
What have you got for us?
Podcast. Bono's cousin is actually his brother.
Yeah.
Bombshell news.
And he said he always had an inkling that they were closer than cousins. He said, I kind of felt it. We felt like brothers long before we knew we were. So
what if your dad had a secret? How would you feel about that? That'd be weird.
It would be shocking.
Yeah, your dad's got a secret.
But not just your dad's had a child with someone. It's with your mum's sister.
Yeah.
Yeah. He said his mum passed away when Bono was 14, apparently unaware of the relationship.
What about, so your dad had a secret child, but had a relationship with that child that you didn't know about, or had turned his back on that child? Which one do you feel better about?
You don't want your dad to be heartless.
No.
You'd be jealous to hear that there was affection for another kid.
And if that kid had a dirt bike...
Outrage.
I become what you
chop
said.
His hand and throw him into the volcano.
It's not a volcano.
What was it?
It was an abyss.
Okay. Tribal Drum is beating for Bombshell family secrets.
I am your father.
Steve's called us.
Into the abyss.
Hello, Steve. What was the bombshell?
Morning, guys. My uncle came down from Brisbane and said there was something he needed to tell me, and that was that who I thought was my father's not actually my father. So that was a bit of a shock after nearly 50 years, I guess.
Wow. Was your father still alive?
I don't know if my father is, but my stepfather apparently is.
But the one that you grew up thinking was your dad was still alive?
Yeah, he was a pretty mean mother.
Okay, but he was still alive at that time.
So his brother decided that someone had to tell you and it was going to be him.
My mother's brother.
So who's your actual father? Do you know?
I've no idea. I know that he was German and he was in the army with the old girl.
Ah.
And were you just a newborn baby when the man you thought was your father stepped into that relationship?
I wasn't even born yet.
Wow. And did he think you were his child?
No, he knew. He already knew.
Is that why he was hard on you, you think?
Yeah, he was pretty nasty, bit of gear.
And how did you feel when you heard this news, Steve?
It sort of blew me away, but it sort of come to light, as to why I was treated the way I was.
Yeah, it kind of answered some questions
and
for you.
in a way, did you feel better about it, that he wasn't actually your father?
Oh, yeah, sort of, kind of.
Yeah.
God.
At the age of 50.
That's a lot to unpack. That's your life.
Yeah. Thanks for sharing that, Steve.
Yeah.
Peter's on the line. Hello, Peter.
Hello, how are you?
Very well. What's your story?
I was just driving and your segment just stopped me in my tracks because I've got exactly the same situation as Bono. I was adopted and I found out that my mum had had an affair with her brother-in-law. It was all in my adoption papers. And so I was given up for adoption, and that was nearly 50 years ago. And as I say, when I got my adoption papers, I found out that was the case, and I've tried to trace my mum, but she doesn't want to be contacted, because they can, in the UK, you can have a list of, you go on if you want to be contacted. And I've also I've done ancestry DNA, and I've found a couple of relatives, and there's a real family, they really look like me, but I can't get in touch because I destroyed those two families.
Oh, you didn't destroy the two families,
it's not your
Peter.
fault, Peter, but I can see what you're saying. It's very honourable what you're doing.
Well, that's really hard.
If I was to get in touch,
Yeah.
I could, I'd have people who think they're cousins who are brothers and all sorts of things.
Exactly.
So you were the secret baby, so no one needed to know about that relationship.
That's right, and she came over from Ireland, had me in the UK, and then went back to Ireland, 50 years ago, and I think it's best just left there, really. I don't really want to open that can of worms.
So her sister may not even know.
That's right, yeah. Her sister might not even know, and the kids might not know. And
Wow, Peter. Can I ask you this? Have you had a happy life with your family here?
Well, I grew up in the UK. I had a wonderful upbringing, so I don't feel I need that sort of parent relationship. So I've had that, and I just can see it being a load of grief if, I ever did get in touch. So I think I'm just going to leave it.
Yeah. Gee, how mature,
Wow.
Peter.
Very mature, Peter.
Yeah, I'm glad life's been good.
Thank you, mate. Thank you.
Wow, they're incredible stories. We're going to take more of them after the news.
Jonesy and Amanda.
Jam Nation.
Podcast.
Coffee?
Coffee. I need coffee. Extra strong.
All I have is tequila and coffee liqueur.
Make it a double.
Bono's cousin is actually his brother.
Yes, he's discovered that his cousin Scott is his brother because his dad, Bob, had an affair with his mum's sister. His mum passed away before all of this was revealed, and his father revealed it to him when he was diagnosed with cancer. That's often when these family stories come out, is when you think, well, do I go to my grave with this or do I share the news?
And we're right now in the drop zone at our age for hearing this stuff.
Actually, you're quite right.
Because that's when your parents will be thinking, well, better tell him or her what's going on in their life. And they think, well, you're old enough to deal with it.
Because in certain generations, it was what you don't know won't hurt you.
Yeah.
But, we now know that sometimes it's better to tell the story and let people deal with it.
Is it? Or maybe just keep your pie hole shut?
Well, let's find out how people are feeling because the tribal drum is beating for Bombshell family secrets.
I am your father.
You look at Darth and Luke, for example. They're at that point where he's just hacked off Luke's hand. And then Darth says he drops that information.
Nice to meet you.
Yeah, and then Luke...
Let's shake on it.
Luke chooses to fall into the abyss.
Yeah, it can happen to any family. Diane's called in. Hello, Diane.
Good morning, guys. Big fan. Thank you so much for cheering my morning.
Oh, aren't you kind? Well, tell us your family bombshell.
Okay, so this is a few years old now, but my father passed away at age 43, and it came time to put the headstone on his grave. My mother rang me for some advice. She said, Diane, I don't know whether to put Lisa's name on the headstone. Lisa was my sister who passed away as an infant.
Oh.
And I said, well, of course you put Lisa on the headstone. What are you talking about? And she said, oh, well, the thing is, Lisa wasn't your dad's. And I went, oh, this is, a few years before I was born. And I said, well, Dad always spoke of her as though she was his. So, of course, you put her name on the headstone. She said, all right, okay, so she did. And sadly, probably 7 or so years later, my mum then passed away. And I was visiting my aunt, my dad's sister, afterwards, and relayed this story. And she went white as a sheet. And I said, what's wrong? And she said, well, Lisa wasn't your dad's, and he always thought that he thought she was his. Oh. He thought that baby was his. And I went, oh. And my aunt was furious because when my father and mother took off from Sydney to Perth to have Lisa, my father left his wife in hospital having just had their first child.
Oh. Because he fell in love with your mum and thought that baby was his.
Well, yes. Except, Mum was their cleaner.
Oh.
Wow.
So he goes off to Perth, leaves his wife with
the pregnant cleaner.
Yeah, but who isn't actually pregnant with his child, but he thinks she is. So clearly something was going on there, and my mum has put him in that situation, and that's the decision that he made. There's this epic photo of the two of them sitting in the Simpson Desert leaning against a VW Bug with Perth or Bust spray painted on it. And yeah.
Wow. Well, did they have a happy relationship? Was it a good relationship choice?
I would not say so.
Oh, wow, the sliding doors of your life.
But so your mum got pregnant in Perth, though, to someone else.
Or was she pregnant when they left?
In Sydney.
Yep.
To the person whose house she was cleaning, that married man.
Okay.
Being my father. So she's having an affair with her boss.
Right.
Right.
And obviously sleeping with other people. She falls pregnant. Her boss's wife is in hospital having just had their baby.
Yeah.
And she says, I'm pregnant with your child. And they take off to Perth, but she's not actually pregnant with this child.
Oh. And so she does get pregnant, though, doesn't she? But it's not to him.
Not to him. And she has Lisa Marie. Lisa passes away in Perth as an infant.
Yep.
Then they go on to have 4 other girls together. And then he dies at age 43 and she dies at age 52.
Wow.
Yeah.
So you don't know who Lisa's dad is?
No clue.
Wow, Diane.
Wow.
I didn't ask.
It's too much. I'm imagining your head. It's like that meme with that woman trying to work out everything. Pythagoras theory.
Or that Arthur Murray dance chart of life.
Sometimes it's just best to keep your pie hole shut.
Diane, thank you.
That's an amazing story. We've got some more calls. I'm surprised we've got so many calls.
Well, this is the thing, isn't it? You
therapy.
scratch the surface of anyone's life and there is a story.
Sure. Jam Nation. The tribal drum has been beating. This is on the back of Bono's cousin, who is actually his brother.
Half-brother.
Bombshell family secrets.
I am your father.
Getting some incredible stories.
We just had the great story from Diane. So Diane's
dad was married to a woman.
Yep.
A woman who had a new baby in the hospital. In hospital, new baby. He leaves that family for the cleaner.
The cleaner.
Who's Diane's mum, who says, I'm pregnant. So they go across to the other side of the country.
To Perth.
She is pregnant, but that baby's not his. He never knows that.
So Diane
is his.
But also has another sister back in Sydney.
A half-sister who she doesn't, or brother, sister or brother, who knows? Who knows what story that family tells?
That's nuts.
It's incredible. As I said, you scratch the surface of any family, you're going to get a story.
Marie is with us.
Hello, Marie.
Good morning, guys. How are you?
Very well. Hi. What's the Bombshell family story?
So my grandfather went away to the war, left my dad and my grandmother here in Australia. When he came back, he didn't come back to them. He met another lady, same name as my grandmother, looked very similar to my grandmother as well. Ended up getting married to her and having more children, completely left my dad as an infant. He had no more contact with his dad until he was in his 50s, when, as my grandmother was getting older, she was getting worse at keeping her secrets and eventually let it slip to a mutual family friend where my grandfather, her ex-husband, now was. That mutual friend told my dad, and one day he packed up my family, went on a holiday to Queensland, got a phone book and started calling through all the same surnames in the phone book till he found someone who was like, no, I don't have a son, another son, and hung up on him. And then a couple of seconds later, his now new wife, who he's had a whole family with, called back and she's like, no, actually, you are his son. He told me about you, but he didn't want anything to do with you. Why don't you come round and you can meet him? So for almost, I'd say, 50 plus years, my dad had no idea where his dad was, and now he suddenly had 3 siblings. One of them had the same first name as his middle name, spelt the same weird way. And we had all these cousins who we never knew about.
And how did your dad feel reconnecting with the man who turned his back on him?
So he wasn't sure if he wanted to actually meet him, but in the end he was glad because about a year later my grandfather passed away. So he was glad he had that opportunity to go and meet and kind of have some closure and he now has half siblings that he's got a good relationship with. So he grew up as an only child with just his mum, and now he's got extended family that he never had. So I think that's what he's holding on to and what he was glad about. Not so glad about his dad just turning his back and having a whole second family without him.
Yeah, or without his grandma, without his mum. Yeah.
Wow, thanks, Marie.
Oh, what a story.
And to wrap this up, we've got Chris. Hello, Chris.
Morning, guys.
Hello, what's the family bombshell?
So my one is I won a competition with doing a DNA test, and I found out that Dad isn't Dad. Mum's not here to tell me the story, but the person who is my dad I've met, and we had the same tattoo on the same arm in the same place.
Wow. There's a bit to unpick here. So is your dad still alive? The person you thought was your dad still alive?
Yeah.
And did you
Doesn't know, though.
Oh, so you have never told him?
No. It's only new. It's only been probably 2 years since I've known. It took about 3 years to find out. And, yeah, so it's a 5-year journey, but, yeah.
Wow. And has it changed how you feel about your actual dad or the man you thought was your dad?
Not really. Just there's more questions that can't be answered. But the DNA dad looks exactly like me, even down to the big belly that we've got. But yeah, like he thought 100% wasn't, and he done a test himself, and yeah, that's how we found out who it was.
And you, as you say, your mum's not here to fill in the gaps.
Yeah, correct.
And he doesn't know until now. Like, don't tell anyone.
Wow, Chris.
Jeez, Chris.
Well, thank you for sharing with us. We appreciate it.
Yeah, I might have to rest.
Wow, I know. My head hurts.
My head hurts.
Jonesy and Amanda.
Jam Nation.
Podcast.
Down to the Jonesy and Amanda Arms to the pub test. Covering your tattoos to play golf, does this pass the pub test?
Well, the drummer from the Kings of Leon has called out Sydney Golf Course for their outdated tattoo policy. He has said that, a Sydney bucket list golf course for me just went on the effort list, he said. Not effort, EFFORT.
Make an effort.
No, not the make an effort list.
The other one.
He said, I was told I'd have to cover up my tattoos due to a no tattoo policy. Welcome to the 1950s, he said, and a hell of a way to grow the game. He said that he would invite those people to his show, but they'd have to show that they've had a fresh tattoo to be able to get in. Some people have agreed with this and have said, well, that's just ridiculous. It is completely outdated. And if you do want to grow this sport, if you do want to cater to modern Australians, you're going to have to amend this. Interestingly, Dave Dederer, who's a member of the band The President of the United States of America, they sing Peaches and...
Yeah. And Video Killed the Radio Star, the cover thereof. Yeah.
Well, he said, I assume
Lump.
Lump, that's what I'm thinking of. I assume you mean New South Wales Golf Club. He said, man up. We filmed a Wide World of Sports segment there while on tour. I showed up in shorts and they required me to wear knee socks. So I rock shorts with knee-high socks on Australian national television. When in Rome, you ding-dong.
Yeah. When in Rome, you ding-dong. That's a part of a club.
And some of the young people, how old do I sound saying that? Some of the younger people enjoy having to dress the part.
Dressing up like a dandy, as golfers tend to do.
Don't they just? Well, how do you feel? Covering up tattoos for golf to pass the pub test.
13 WSFM, we'll have that for you at 8 o'clock.
Jam Nation. I want you to get up right now. I feel like I'm taking crazy pills. Go to your windows, open them, and stick your head out and yell, I'm as mad as hell. I'm not going to take this anymore.
Down to the Jonesy and Amanda Arms for the pub test. The drummer from Kings of Leon, Nathan Followill, has called out a Sydney golf course for its outdated tattoo policy.
Yes, he said he wanted to play golf. He said it was a Sydney bucket list golf course for me, but not anymore. He said it's gone on the F list. I was told to cover up my tattoos due to a no tattoo policy. He said, welcome to the 1950s, a hell of a way to grow the game. Lots of people are agreeing, saying this is so outdated. Interestingly, one of the band members of the President of the United States of America said, hey, I had to do it. When in Rome, you ding-dong, just do it.
When in Rome, you ding-dong, I'm going to get that tattooed on my neck.
How do you feel? Covering your tats to play golf, does it pass the pub test?
Absolutely not. No. I've actually got tattoos and I
really think that it's old-fashioned, it's outdated.
Yes, it does, because some tattoos can be offensive towards some people.
Well, does it matter? It just depends on how well you play your golf, isn't it? Your performance at a golf course has nothing to do with the tattoos.
Oh, I think it's so old-fashioned. It's got to go out the window. Like, almost every second person has a tattoo. Like, they've got to get with the times, I think.
Well, unfortunately, it's the club's rules, and that's it. Like, everyone has to obey. So, buy the club and change the rules. You're a rock star.
That's a good tattoo too. Buy the club and change the rules.
Brendan, you've now got too many tats. You'll never play golf again.
I've got enough skin. And I was trying to get onto that show that you put me on to, Reboot.
Oh, this is a great new show that I'm watching. Remember Paul Reiser from Mad About You? Love him. So the premise of this is a great thing, that they're pretending, well, the show is that there was a famous sitcom in the 80s or the 90s, whatever, called Step On Up, about a stepfather and he lives with the family.
It's like Hey Dad.
It kind of a thing. And they've decided years later to reboot it with the original stars coming back now, and there was a kid in it who's now in their 20s, all of this, but to make it a bit edgier and a bit gritty. That's what the new writer wants to do. But the old writer's still involved and want to make it hammy. So between those two things, it's really brilliant.
It's edgy and hammy.
It's great. I love it.
Well, I was trying to watch that and then I didn't realise what streaming platform it was on, so I couldn't find it.
I think what is it on? Is it Apple?
It's Hulu.
Or Amazon, maybe.
Anyway, so in looking for that, all of a sudden I started watching The Watcher.
Oh, it's too disturbing.
Have you
for
seen
me.
The Watcher?
No, it would give me heebie-jeebies.
This family in upstate New York, they moved from New York City to upstate New York, this beautiful house, it's kind of cheap, and they buy it, and then someone starts writing these letters that they're watching them.
Don't tell me anymore.
It's so good. Anyway, away from that,
obviously
over there,
they don't work on Channel 10.
free-to-air sound.
No one's watching.
Yeah, Darren McMullen's going, I'm on a ship with people in bikinis.
I'd be happy just if someone is looking at me through a window.
But over at over a free-to-air telly, there's a raft of great telly. And, you know, one of those shows that's back tonight on the ABC.
You talking about The Living Room?
That's not on the ABC.
No, it's Channel 10, that's
is this,
true.
Is this
Friday
Bombshell?
night, 7:30.
Because they're resting, Channel 10 are resting you. Maybe you should go to the ABC.
We've still got this year to go, Brendan.
Yeah, but, you know, do you want me to broker a deal?
No, thanks.
Sure?
But I know you're talking about Fisk. This is a brilliant, brilliant show.
If you haven't seen it, it's such a funny show because it's got one of our favourite comedians, Kitty Flanagan, in it. But she plays a probate lawyer.
Yes.
And you would think it is the most boring thing to do a show about, but it is so funny.
It's so droll and so funny.
And you know what? Julia Zamiro is the breakout star in this.
Oh, there's about 4 or 5 of them. Breakout stars.
And
Aaron Chen, Marty Sheargold.
They're all there. I do like, you know how I love weekend chat when we come back from work?
You hate it. You berated someone who used to work here for asking you, how was your weekend? You asked her to stop it.
And so does Helen Fisk.
Morning, Helen. How was your weekend? Yeah, good, thanks. What'd you get up to? Made some pretty good soup. That's nice. Yeah. Brought the leftovers for lunch. Good for you. Is that all? I don't know. Do you have any questions for me about my weekend? No, I don't think so. All right, then.
Excruciating and so real.
Podcast.
Our next guest is one of Australia's funniest women. She's back on our screens with Season 2 of Fisk, one of our favourite shows on the telly. Kitty Flanagan. She's created, she's written, she's directed and stars in this series, this award-winning series. So obviously, she's a big star on the streets.
Have you heard of a TV show called Fisk?
No, I haven't. Fisk.
Oh, I remember that. I didn't like it. Have you heard of a TV show called Fisk?
I know the actor.
He is one of the greatest actors in the world and the greatest comedians, Kitty Flanagan.
Hello, Kitty.
Oh, good morning. Isn't that the best promo?
And that was you asking the questions, wasn't it?
No, that's my sister.
Oh, was it?
My sister does all the socials and puts it together, but that is confusing. People do think, did you go around asking people if they heard of your show? But no, that is my sister doing the asking and revelling in the fact that no one has heard of her sister, Kitty Flanagan.
I'm sure she'd love it. That's what sisters would do.
And congratulations, because when I watched Fisk, I just wanted it to come back when it finished. I was so pleased.
Oh, that's nice. Thank you. Yes, we're thrilled that people enjoyed it. We made it, didn't know what was going to happen, and then, it was just delightful when people kept coming up going, I really liked your show. It's like, oh, thank God for that.
But there's so many interesting levels to it. One is the excruciating office politics. One is the strange nature of your character, Helen. But also, as a probate lawyer, there's that rich seam of people's legal issues when they're dying and wills and all that kind of stuff. How do you come up with those storylines?
Well, that was kind of why we wanted to go into that area, because it's one of the few areas of law that everyone will actually have an experience with. Because most people, when you see law shows on television, it's all about going in and being, defended for murder. But most people don't commit murder. So you don't usually end up in court with a lawyer defending you for murder. But you will actually have to make a will at some point. And there's also all these different aspects to it. Like we looked at one where you inherit the copyright of a play, for example. So we tried to kind of keep it one step away from actual death. We didn't want to just be dealing with death, but there's a lot of interesting aspects to it. And yes, everyone should make a will. And no, I haven't made one yet. I can't believe I'm 2 seconds in and still haven't.
Have you learned nothing?
Listen, you'd be practicing what you preach there.
I know. I went in to do it and I went, oh, God, it's really hard.
It is. We went and did ours, and we went for this trip. My wife and I went for this trip, and we didn't have a will. And my mother said, you've got to get a will before you go on this trip. And so we went, and we didn't do the will. So I just wrote stuff on paper, just leaving the stuff to the kids and my car to a friend and stuff like that. And apparently that would stand up.
It would?
Well, it would stand up, but what you would be doing, I'll just tell you, because I'm in the same boat. I send emails to my sister from the plane going, I think this plane's going down, but you get everything. But what happens is it just means it's going to take a much longer time before anyone gets their stuff. You're going to make it a really difficult legal process for them to actually get their stuff. They will get it eventually, but I guess, what do you care? You're dead.
Well, that's another point.
Let them sort it out.
So I'm not really a good advocate for going to do a will. We do cover that in this season as to why you should make a will rather than just going, oh, well, this person will just inherit it, that's fine. But, yeah, you're making quite a trauma for the people you leave behind.
The cast, your supporting cast, Julia Zamiro, Marty Sheargold, Aaron Chen, everyone is so droll and straight-faced, but do you piss yourself laughing?
Marty and I are the worst. I would say Julia is insanely professional and incredible. She does not break ever. We did a bloopers reel and she's not on it. She just doesn't. If she does get the lines wrong, she just gets them wrong as Roz and they sound right anyway. So it's like, so no one notices. She just continues and just presses on as Roz. Whereas Marty and I, when we were watching the blooper reel, we just looked at each other and went, wow, we must have driven everyone mad. We're really shit.
We want to go home, people are saying, and you guys are goofing up.
Yeah.
But I do like that.
I know, it's all hilarious, and then you look at the crew going, stop being funny about 10 minutes ago, guys. It's like, you're right, I'm sorry.
But Julia, when Julia does that bit about the weekend, and she goes, do you have any questions for me? And you just say, no, because I hate at work weekend chat. That's the worst thing.
Oh, I know, small talk. I'm so bad at it.
On a Monday.
I'm so bad at it. Do you know I've once asked someone if they liked chips? Like, that was all I could come up with at a party. I just went, so do you like chips?
Oh.
Is that your go-to small talk?
Oh, I just never know what to do. And I understand. I think the good thing about me is I know I am the person at the party that people want to get away from. People always talk about that person where you're going, oh, I couldn't get away from it. And I always give people an out. I go, look, if you need to go and get a drink, like, I always give them the option. It's like, please, save yourself. Get away from me. I've got no small talk.
But when you do that, people instantly will say, oh, they want you to hang around.
Well, I think with you, there's an expectation they expect you to be funny, which is doubly socially awkward.
Oh, I've just got nothing. I just need to ask better questions. I need to write a list of good questions to ask people to make them talk. Because I don't mind a chat. I just want someone else to do the heavy lifting.
You want someone to be the Parkinson in the relationship.
You want someone to ask you about chips.
Yeah, that's exactly it. You know what Amanda does? If she wants to get out of a conversation, one day she was standing there and I was there and there's this other guy there and this other guy was, starting to get on Amanda's goat and you said, wait right here, I'll be back.
Yeah, I do that all the time.
And then you walked off and then the guy goes, well, I better do what the woman says. And I said, see, now he's going to... And then you came up to me and said, why is this guy hanging around? I said, because you told him to wait right here.
Yeah.
What you're going to say is...
No, I don't want to do the talking. I want to ask questions and have someone else do the talking. I just want to rest. I want to listen rather than...
That's called
talking.
working on 60 Minutes, Kitty.
I need better questions.
Tell me about chips. Starting with cheese and onion.
Oh, it's a good flavour. I think you should buy it more often. You go in there and you go, oh, I never get cheese and onion. Then you buy a pack and you go, oh, always.
How good are they?
No, after one you need to stop.
And I'll just say
it
this.
makes your breath stink.
Barbecue chips
It does make your breath stink. You have to eat them alone. You're right. It's a Home Alone chip.
Yeah.
And barbecue chips are punching well above their weight.
Oh,
it's
like
time
the
for them
barbecue.
to go. Kitty, see, if we could hog the whole corner with this conversation.
I'll be right back.
Well, I ended up doing a podcast about it with Dave O'Neill. I think we got into a corner one day talking about chips and never stopped.
That was it. Kitty, it's always great to talk to you. Season 2 premieres tonight, 9 p.m. on ABC, iView and ABC TV. Kitty Flanagan, thank you.
Oh, thanks so much for having me, guys. You're my favourite.
Oh,
You know
we
that.
love you.
You're going to be saying that to Hamish and Andy and everyone else next week anyway.
Who are they?
Who are they?
Kitty,
Who?
exactly.
Thanks, Kitty.
Thank you.
Bye.
Jonesy and Amanda.
Jam Nation.
Podcast.
Do you know it's been 35 years since the Choir Boys' Run to Paradise was released? To celebrate, we're throwing a big beach party with Paradise Jam. 13 WSFM, by the way, if you'd like to come along to this.
We're going to hold this party at a private luxury Northern Beaches residence. There'll be food, there'll be drinks, there'll be us. And, of course, a performance by the Choir Boys.
Yeah, do you want to be there? Do you know who wants to be there?
Tell me.
Raylene of Cartwright.
Hello, Raylene.
Oh, did I get through?
You got through. It's you. We're going to see you there.
Oh, fantastic. I'm so excited.
Do you love the Choir Boys?
I love them. Love them.
When was the last time you saw the Choir Boys, Raylene?
Oh, 90s.
90s?
Yeah, around the 90s.
Wow.
It's been a while.
You're long overdue.
Absolutely. We won't make you dress the same as you were last time you saw them.
I think maybe you should, Raylene. Were you wearing the acid wash jeans?
No, I was a very Cyndi Lauper girl in the 80s.
Oh, good on you.
Well, that was
How
the
good's
80s,
that?
Raylene. What about the 90s?
No, I had kids then, so I became a bit placid.
All right. Well, you're going to break
I have
loose with
ventured out
us.
since then.
You've been out.
You are going to break loose with us at our Paradise Jam. We're so glad it's you. We'll see you on the night.
I can't wait.
Good
Thank
on you, Raylene. This is all thanks to Tyre Power, 100% Australian owned and operated since 1977.
Jam Nation.
Well, yesterday the Albanese government delivered its first budget since taking leadership of the country. The Treasurer has said Australia can't afford to, quote, spray money around indiscriminately. So, to explain the winners and to explain the losers, financial guru Effie Zahos has joined us. Hello, Effie.
Good morning, Amanda and Jonesy. How are you?
It is great to have you, and I would have liked them just to be sitting there, Jim Chalmers, just to go, more money, just flicking it out to everyone, because that's what Labor governments do, don't they, really, in the past?
I think that's a fallacy. Is that right?
Look, there was certainly no sugar hit last night, and you know, if they ever stuck to a promise, that was it. They didn't stick to a few election promises, but they certainly stuck to that one, that if you were expecting a cash handout last night, you would have been bitterly disappointed. And it's a double-edged sword, because also today, not to take any, excitement away from the budget night, but today we've got the inflation number that's coming out at 11:30. So if there was a lot of cash splashing going around, then it could ultimately mean that the Reserve Bank may have to hike rates even further. So all eyes will be on this inflation number today. Not so much that headline number, because that's going to be around 7%, but more that what they call the underlying, that trim number. So if that's more than, say, 5.5 or 5.6, that's going to determine how much more the RBA will increase rates on Tuesday. So, yeah, it was a bit of a very sensible budget, as they kept saying.
What do you think? Just in your opinion, what it will be?
The inflation rate?
Yeah.
Well, look, I mean, the forecasts have already said about 7.75 is going to peak by the end of this year. So I would say it's going to be hitting at that 7, if not over 7%. And there'll be some areas that obviously will be more than that, because think about all the impacts that we've had, the floods, the energy bills, depending on what your household budget is, you'll be looking at the 7% and you're thinking, I wish I'm paying so much more. There were a couple of winners last night. I mean, if you are a young family, in the sense you've just had a kid.
Yeah, childcare is a big one.
Yeah, it is, Amanda. It almost makes me want to have another child. I might hold off on that, actually. There's not enough money there for me for that one. But they were very strategic in where they spent, because the purpose of childcare, obviously, and most women are the ones that do take a career break. They do nurture the family in the sense, look after them to raise the kids, so that they miss out on that income. But get more women into the workforce, increase productivity. So they're seeing that this is money well spent. So they've made it pretty generous, because you can have a household income now of $530,000, which is very lucrative, and still get some type of subsidy. You've also got that paid parental leave going to go up to 26 weeks. A bit of news there, good news for pensioners. You have to work for this. Again, you can see where they're spending money. It's not just a cash handout. Pensioners will be able to work more this financial year if they haven't used their work bonus without it affecting their pension, because if you go over a certain amount, pensioners lose 50 cents for every $1,000. So this will be nice for them. Downsizers, maybe people that are in retirement, they've got their house, there's too many bedrooms, they think, I will sell it. You'll be able to now do that at age 55 and put that money in your super and get those tax perks.
And also, aren't they saying they're going to create more housing?
That's the interesting one, Amanda. So, look, it was a bit of a rabbit over the hat, that one, although it was leaked a couple of days earlier, but not to this much detail. So here's the thing. They're saying 1 million homes over 5 years. That's what they're pledging. We've got to remember, we're in a labour shortage. We've got cost of building very expensive. So I'm surprised that, the timing on this and can it be achieved. Now, they are actually working with all the states. They're working with the super funds, because this is where they're going to get the money from. And then obviously the builders and contractors, all three of them are kind of getting together to reach this target, which I think is great, because it's more supply and that's not going to impact prices. We need more supply of housings. I do like this. But I am a little bit worried, is it achievable? They're going to have 10,000 affordable homes, because they're injecting about $350 million themselves, the federal government. And then they've said to all the states and territories, hey, you guys help out, you put another 10. So 20,000 affordable homes, and then that million target over 5 years. It's very, optimistic, given what we're looking at the moment, like labour shortages, as I said. So that will be an interesting one. And also, I'd like to see further details, like my money's invested in super. What's the return going to be if they're putting in social housing? Now, the government has said they're going to actually fund that gap, because there will be like affordable rent versus market rent, and they've got to fund that. Right. So much more details we need around that. But it is good news, Amanda, because the big problem with housing is that there's not enough supply. So it's got, the heart's in the right place there.
And it's good that they're cracking down on the tax-dodging multinational corporations. They're going to get chased.
Yeah, I thought you wouldn't like that, actually.
All his dodgy schemes.
All my schemes, they're all going to come unstuck.
Yes, they are. And look, wage earners wouldn't be too happy, because it's the end of that Lamington, the low to middle income tax offset, the financial year that just wrapped up, that's gone. Look, unfortunately, my biggest takeout was when I started looking at the forecast numbers. When you look at those, so let me paint a picture of what it's going to be like next year if they get these forecasts right. Unemployment's supposed to go up to 4.5%. So that means about another 150,000 of us will lose our jobs. The cash rate is supposed to peak at 3.35. So that means your mortgage is going to be what? At least, say, 6 or 7 maybe. Energy is going to go up by 56% over the next 2 years. So your $2,000 energy dollar bill is going to be 1,000, another extra 1,000, 3,000. Inflation is going to go down a little bit, 3.5, but our growth is going down. So all those numbers together paint a really bleak picture next year. My tip would be for households. I'll throw in another thing. There was an interesting graphic in the budget papers around about our household savings ratio. That's going to plummet. That's because we are going to be using whatever savings we have to keep up with all those numbers I just said. Cost of living still high. We don't have that sugar hit. We're using our savings. If we don't have our savings and we are one of those 150,000 people that lose our jobs, we're going to be in a real mess next year. So I'm more concerned about what's coming rather than what they downloaded last night.
Rightio. Well, Effie, once again, you've given us plenty of things to chew on. It's always great to talk to you. And Real Money with Effie Zahos, the podcast, you can download it today on your favourite podcast, like the iHeartRadio app. Effie, thank you for joining us.
Thank you, guys. Look forward to talking again. Bye-bye.
Thanks, Effie.
Jam Nation. Everybody shout. Come on now, sing out.
It's time for the Ghoulies get together.
Well, our favourite ghoulie is going to win $20,000 cash and a year's supply of chocolate from Darryl Lee. Our favourite ghoulie of the year. You've still got time to get in. What have we got?
I just want to complain about people who take up 2 car spaces with 1 car. That really gets me. And it's usually happening in areas where parking is prime real estate.
You know, it's interesting, though, because I agree, but you never know the circumstances. Maybe the person who looks like they've taken up 2 spaces, they didn't when they parked, and the person in front of them has parked badly.
Are you that person?
Yes.
Because you park your car like it's stolen. With the doors open and smoke coming out of it.
You try and do the right thing, but sometimes it's the people that park around you that make it look like you've taken up 1.5 spaces.
So what you're saying, it's everyone else's fault, not yours.
That's exactly what I'm saying.
What gets my ghoulies is people that leave the fuel efficiency sticker on the front of their car forever and ever and ever with no real reason. It doesn't need to be there. Get it off.
It's true. Get it off.
He should be a judge of the Masked Singer. Get it off.
It's like people leave the price on the windscreen. Amanda, take it off. It's getting in the way.
We have a Ghoulies hotline, 90617 You can call at any time. Our favourite caller email a Facebook friend wins $300 to spend on dinner at Hurricane's Grill.
Yum.
Feast at Hurricane's Grill restaurant, Circular Quay and Brighton Sands.
You also get a Jonesy and Amanda tea towel and fridge magnet.
I'm still reeling from the calls we took today with our tribal drum. U2's Bono recently revealed that his cousin is actually his brother. His dad had an affair with his mum's sister, and he's only found that out relatively recently.
Irish.
The tribal drum was beating for family bombshells.
I am your father.
We got some incredible calls. Here's Chris from Bondi.
I won a competition with doing a DNA test, and I found out that Dad isn't Dad. Mum's not here to tell me the story, but the person who is my dad I've met, and we had the same tattoo on the same arm in the same place.
Wow. There's a bit to unpick here. So is your dad still alive? The person you thought was your dad still alive?
Yeah.
And did you
Doesn't know, though.
Oh, so you have never told him?
No, the DNA dad looks exactly like me, even down to the big belly that we've got.
Amazing.
A DNA competition. You'd have that on Love Island.
It's everywhere.
Righto, you two. That's
But you know, I often say this, you scratch the surface and everyone has a story.
Maybe people should stop scratching. Just mind your own business like they used to do in the 40s.
Bill Weaver's up next. He's got free fuel to give away with Beat the Bowser.
And we'll be back from 6 tonight for Jam Nation.
We'll see you then.
Good day to you.
Well, thank God that's over.
Goodbye. Goodbye. Wipe the tears, baby, tears from your eyes.
Catch Jonesy and Amanda's podcast on the iHeartRadio app or wherever you get your podcasts.
Goodbye.
Jonesy and Amanda.
Jam Nation
Podcast. Catch up on what you've missed on the free iHeartRadio app.